The word slave has a complex etymology and history. It originally derives from the medieval Latin term sklavus, which means Slav. This, in turn, comes from the Byzantine Greek sklavos, sklavos. The term arose because many Slavic peoples of Eastern Europe were captured and enslaved during wars in the early Middle Ages. The Slavs were a significant source of slaves for the Byzantine Empire and the Muslim world. Over time, the word sklavus became synonymous with slave. Historical shift to African peoples. While the term slave originally referred to Slavic people, the focus of the term shifted over time, especially during the transatlantic slave trade, which began in the 15th century and peaked in the 18th century. Over time, a racialized ideology emerged that sought to justify the enslavement of African people. Europeans developed theories of racial superiority, asserting that Africans were naturally suited for enslavement and subjugation. This ideology helped to perpetuate and rationalize the institution of slavery. Laws and practices in European colonies increasingly codified the racial aspect of slavery. African ancestry became a primary criterion for enslavement, further cementing the association between the term slave and African people. By the 19th century, the term slave was almost exclusively associated with Africans and their descendants in the context of the Atlantic slave trade and the institution of slavery in the Americas. This association persisted even after the abolition of slavery, influencing racial relations and perceptions long afterward. The association between slavery and individuals of African descent has been deeply ingrained in Hollywood and the broader media. Despite the numerous inventors, businessmen, and businesswomen of African ancestry since the end of the transatlantic slave trade, the prevailing global image of Africans and their descendants continues to be that of a slave.